Welcome back to another episode of afroVIVID. I always have to stop and think about it. Because I keep having the
Welcome back to another episode of afroVIVID.
Wait, it's a terrible name.
It's like can't do the kids coming up with a name, bro. SMS.
Like, what is your suggestion though?
All right. Well, right. We always ask, but he never said
Yeah,
anything.
you always criticize, but you never have any suggestion.
What is this, bro?
Suggestion for what?
Anything.
We're talking about like anything.
I'm trying to give you ideas, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Listen, he tells me, and I will tell him. I said, okay, say in the group.
I've been giving this guy ideas, bro. Everything I'm saying, I'm the genius behind it. I'm the brain, bro.
He only told me one thing. That was like a couple of days ago.
Hate him.
Oh, you want me to say the topic?
No,
Don't say it. Nah.
Was there a vote to like come up with the name or no? Did anyone vote or did someone just decide?
You know what? Stick up that first.
No, it was me and pretty much just me and Muhammad. I vote all the time because these two guys, man, they never say anything in the group chat.
I do say something.
Pretty much like whatever me and Muhammad say, we just decide from there.
He just said,
you gotta let the kid hit.
Shay be just be chilling, bro.
Hey man,
Man, she's a businessman. You don't have time for all this.
hey, I'm the CEO of the channel. You feel me?
And you're not making decisions.
Let's your bank account though.
All right. How about this? Everybody pull out their bank accounts right now.
Yeah, you want to go down like that?
Everybody whip out their accounts right now.
You cannot challenge Safan right now, bro.
All right, bet.
Nah, man.
You can't challenge Safan, bro, and Akeem.
Nah, man.
Then let's close that topic.
Nah, man.
Everybody whip out accounts. If you're really about it.
I don't want the IRS to start chasing me.
I know, right?
Hey, I'm broke,
Them niggas are waiting for the slightest hint you gonna give them.
I mean, I could probably pull up my Dogecoin. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, bro.
I can go on my investment in a company. I mean,
Oh yeah, how much percent?
Investment? What investment?
Dogecoin is the move now, though.
I own 10% of Survey Lake. So yeah,
What is that?
it's a company in Africa.
Okay,
get your facts right.
Can you introduce the company to the to our viewers? Introduce the company that way.
Is it African? Is it African company?
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, it's a Survey Lake. So if you're a company, if you want to put your survey out there, we help you and stuff like that.
So it's been like Reddit for Africa.
What is he talking about? What's
You know,
that?
Reddit,
Is it-
nigga.
What's that survey join America? They call it
For reviews?
Survey Monkey. I don't know if that's
something. I don't know, but there's this survey company over here, like where you do your survey years and stuff like that.
But okay,
That's not kind of racist.
But
okay.
how about like if people who that live there and then want to use the platform?
If you do have a company in Africa,
no, how about if you don't have a company? You have a company,
Yeah,
but you want.
we just started in Africa first.
The only question I have about it, right, is like pretty much like you're limiting yourself. Like, why is it just Africa?
No, look, there's already a big survey company here
It don't
already.
matter, bro.
No, wait. So want to start in Africa first. If you get big in Africa, you move around. There's not that much survey.
Then you built the foundation.
Yeah, you gotta start from somewhere. If we start over, there's so many survey company.
Let me tell you, I think me personally, I still think it's a disadvantage because one, Africa is not like up to that point. Yeah, like
It's growing.
wise, where like you can just like establish easily. I mean, it's a good idea like starting now in Africa, but if you think about it as well, like you're gonna have to be very patient because of the timing.
That's our business.
And also like because it's not much like the way how companies here are like moving. Like they tend to probably use it more.
Yeah, because they care about their customer.
Right. But over there, you might probably just think about, all right, it might take us a little bit longer for us to kind of
I
establish.
mean, everything's a process.
Yeah, but
Everything's a process.
I think, another way you can look at it as well, right? Since there's like other survey companies, right? Try to see what those companies are not best at or what they're not doing right. You can use the same idea, but just change that little stuff. That little stuff gonna like pull you over the hedge, right? It's pretty similar as Facebook. Like there was MySpace before Facebook comes out,
Yeah.
but like that ain't stopping. We were like electric cars before like the Teslas.
You change
Man, still, like,
you change a couple stuff, just like how there was a time where IG didn't have like the status post, but then they took it from Snapchat just because they felt like, you know, once they did that, it took them to a different level.
like the story stuff, right?
Yeah, the story.
They
yeah.
wanted to buy Snapchat. That's what I heard.
Man, this way big,
But
man.
Snapchat
They're-
was like, nah, man, we're not gonna sell to us. They were like, all right, you're not
So
gonna
they
sell it
created
to us.
something there.
We're gonna have the same feature on IG.
Right, and that definitely took IG to a different level.
Yeah, because I
Mm.
remember when it started, everybody was hating, right? And now like that's pretty much everyone uses it.
So what's the topic for today?
Can you why you so disrespectful, man? Who's
you gotta
this
put
guy,
us on the
bro?
spot, bro.
I'm disrespectful. I'm
You're being disrespectful to your uncle right now.
Oh yeah.
But you're talking about business and cryptos. I think it'd be best for us to talk about risk taking, man. Because I don't know, man.
Especially how because what's his name? Elon Musk is on SNL, so I feel like it's a topic that it's kind of like a must for us to talk about it now, and because the way how things are going, well, it's kind of like the way how things are going right now. It seems like there will come a time where cryptocurrency will be part of like our daily, you know what I'm saying, like transaction.
Yeah, and to be honest, right now, like for most people, like I mean, technically it's taking risks because like nobody knows like how to project it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I want to put in this for like have any of you like utilized like taking the risk, or is that something that any of you like not scared to do, or if you prefer like taking the safe route rather than taking risk? So pretty much like how do you see taking risk?
Simple thing. I risk, I reward.
Oh yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, I've pertaining to taking a risk. I think in life, like throughout any situation, if you want to see a major change, you're gonna have to take a risk. You're gonna have to take a risk if you want to see any kind of major changes. There's no comfortable route to success or any kind of major change. Because you know, pressure busts pipes in, and like you gotta apply some pressure, take some chances to see any kind of major change. And if you do want to make a major change, even if being in a short period, a long period timeline, there's gonna have to be some chances taken in order to make that change. So taking risks is like daily routine. It's part of life. And if you want to go to the other side of life, you're gonna have to take some chances. But you could take calculated chances though. You don't have to be like a wild card. So you could definitely take calculated chances, weigh out your options, throw it on a scale, weigh out the positives and the negatives before you take that chance. But you're gonna have to take that chance if you want to make a change. So you're gonna have to look at the pros and the cons. And 9 times out of 10, the pros are gonna outweigh the cons. So it's better if you take the risk now and make that change.
I believe that it's taking the risk is something that we should all kind of like do, and I feel like it helps you grow in a way where it's like you take risk, but you know taking that risk is something that you're uncomfortable doing, but just by doing that it will kind of open so many doors, even though you know it's a risk. But at the same time the reward might be a lot more better, and plus your mindset, you learn from it, like you gain so much out of just by doing it. And it's just something that there's I don't, you know, just a shout out real quick, the mining the market, right? Just follow it on IG. So this is what we do, right? When we do trade on Robinhood, so pretty much we kind of like do a contract, right? It's called trade option. But like options. Yeah, so pretty much you would either say I will buy this product like 100 whatever it is, like one, if you want to buy two products, 2 shares, you times that by 100, that's how much profit you're gonna make. But then you're gonna say this product the price is gonna go high. But it's like you are taking the risk, and usually if we either take the profit if like the percentage of it goes up to like 50%, but we also take the losses. We take our losses if we like lose probably 50% of our income. We leave out the trade. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know what you getting yourself into, but at the same time, you kind of leave like a leeway where it's like, all right, this is like the limit. You know, if when it comes to profit, if I hit this limit, I'm out. Or if I hit this loss, I'm out.
So pretty much like a calculator risk, just like what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to add on, like I would say like taking a risk or taking risks in general in life is something you definitely have to do. I just feel as though like once you go into doing something, or once you're about to take a risk, you should know the consequences. You feel me? Of like what could fire back at you.
All right.
So.
Yes. To be honest, like I feel like I mean every one of you like say that, so it pretty much seems like I'm just repeating like what everyone's saying. But taking a risk, I think it's just like one voice says, part of life. Like you should never be scared to like do that, because like I mean that's the only way that you can get to the other side of stuff. Because if you just leave like play everything safe, I mean almost everyone else is doing that, and because everyone else is like doing the same thing, there's gonna be a traffic. Some people gonna have to like not make it through just because that's the route everyone is taking. And one thing I've learned as well by doing that is it makes me like get like comfortable like being uncomfortable.
Right.
I can say that. And so at the point like right now, like I don't mind doing something and failing. Whereas as before, like if I feel like that's like the biggest like it's just so terrifying to me. Like when I feel something, I don't want to try it anymore. I automatically give up like, man, this is not for me.
Right.
You know? But what I've learned with taking risks, like I can fail now and but what that does is like it just tells me like this is one way that I shouldn't do this stuff. Maybe I can come back and only try a different route.
It's kind of like you like, it's kind of like all the like the fail that you've like the different type of fails that you've gone through in life. It kind of prepares you for something bigger. It prepares you for pretty much whenever you get to your peak of whatever success you're in. So you kind of know I've gone through this type of route, so I know not to take this type of route, or this route that I'm doing right now, or this technique, or this principle that I'm kind of doing right now works, or maybe it doesn't work. So it kind of just, all of that experience builds up and you kind of, create like a formula for you to success.
It's not even just that as well. Like when it comes back to like switching roles, pretty much like I was in hardware, right? My previous job. And this one time, like I just had this feeling like maybe I should like start thinking about software. Even like I've gone like so deep in like into hardware. And I have no experience, but I had like the goal that I wanted to like get to this point by this time, and I started doing it, and I was actually like competing with like some people that I've been into for like a lot more longer than I have. But once I got in there, I noticed that some people may have been doing it for a longer time, but they don't have like the hunger, the drive to like keep going, and they're not willing to like take risks to like try different stuff. Like there was a time where like one of my professors, like we had like a presentation to do, and he pitched out the idea and said, this is what we want to do, right? And who want to like take like do it and like present it. And we have people that in the class that have been doing it for a longer time, but like everybody was just like set back. They don't want nothing to do with it. And I was like, all right, bet, let me try it. See, I did it, and actually like a lot of people end up liking it. It's the same thing as well. Like during my internship, like I got in there with like pretty much zero experience with like the tools that we use, and but for some reason, I just went in there and like brag like I knew how to do that stuff. I'm not
you fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I went there. I was like, yeah, we did, because the program that I did, right, we did do like some of those tools, but it's at a base level. And when I got there, like for a senior analyst, bro, for like the people that do like the analyst for like the whole organization, that's a team that I went to, and my manager like pitched me like the idea, right? So, all right, this like a reporting that we're missing for like a long time, but we would like to like get it done. Maybe even if you just like to start it, just like somebody may finish it at the end of your internship. But right now, like everyone like is so tied up like into other stuff, and nobody just don't want to touch it, right? And she said like, if you can like just like start it and like use as a learning like experience, like that would definitely like add to your resume and stuff. But when she pitched that to me, I was like, all right, cool. Let me like just give me like the resources I need, and let me get started on it. So that's how we started. And bro, I'm telling you, like there was a time where like 2 weeks straight I wasn't sleeping, bro.
Damn.
Because
tunnel vision working.
Yeah, because I already like built this reputation for myself, right? Like I knew what I was doing, and now like I just couldn't fail anymore. So yeah,
Right.
it's like one thing about taking risk. Like I think like you should just like embrace the moment and take the chance,
right?
because you never know when it's gonna come back. Feel me?
I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to like one fear, I kind of see myself the past years or so that I've been just working on myself. It's like kind of like public speaking. You know, you might have just that feeling where it's like, I don't think I'm able to, do it. But at the same time, it's something that when you start practicing, you just do it every single time. And mind you, I hated like public speaking. Like I hate the idea of it. But the past years or so, the program that I'm in, every single week I have a presentation every single week. So just by doing that, like I've kind of like feel comfortable. Yeah, I feel comfortable. It's just like, as long as I do the work like what I'm supposed to do, like the material that I'm presenting, I'm confident in it. I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't the fear in me like just won't exist anymore.
Have neglecting the chance to take a risk ever held you back from an opportunity?
Oh yeah, a lot of times. So that feeling, just that knowing that you've missed a lot of opportunities before. So it just kind of it fuels you up to not miss any opportunities.
And you feel like if you would have taken the chance, you'll feel a lot better even if you fail. Like at least you tried.
So it is. So that's how I feel like it's better. Any opportunity you get, just take it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you fail at it, just take it, because it's a learning experience that you would definitely use at some point in your life.
I kind of feel like that towards Bitcoin right now.
You see that LinkedIn earlier?
Yeah, because when I started working with Jamal, right, Jamal has been on it for like a very long time. And the time that he pitched it to me, right, I just graduated high school, and that time Bitcoin was like, I think it was even less than 16 rand. It's like even like if you want me to like help you, I would like take some of your paycheck and just put it on there, and me and you can have like this account, like. I'll add for you, add whatever I have towards you. But at the time, like I know nothing about investments and stuff like that. So I kept neglecting it until there was one time like he actually had to force me. All right, when we started doing the forex stuff, he was like, let's take this class just so like you can have like a broader idea about like investment. So we took that class. It's not just forex, but they did something about like just like the stock market. And option trading, it's like different type of trade, day trading. So when I got there, like I got like the basic knowledge, and I see like how pretty much like utilizing risk taking, how it has helped like a lot of people. Like for example, people that bought into some of this stock market, right, when it first came out, got it for like cheap, but right now, all of them like they like
quadruple their value.
Yeah, you see. So once again, and to be honest, even like the first set of investment that me and him did, it actually backfired. And that was like put like good decent money on it, right? But it failed. But ever since like that happened, I just got so like kind of like addicted to it. Like I'm not scared to like do it anymore. You see? And because of that, like I mean, I haven't been doing like too bad on it now. So like, because of that failure, that risk that I took at that time, and the fact that I failed, I lose so much money at that time. Like it was a big money for me, and lose that money, I got used to. I was like, nah, man, like I gotta figure out a way out to like make this thing work.
So I want to ask you, Wonder Boy. So because I know you do like couple stuff on the side when it comes to like business and whatnot. So like what would you tell somebody who's just trying to figure things out? But I know you're trying to figure things out, but just the hustle, the mentality.
One
like how you doing,
CEO,
like how you pretty much doing things. Like what type of advice would you give somebody who's just out there who want to kind of explore but is kind of scared?
Yeah, but truthfully, I'll just tell anyone, don't be afraid to get your foot wet. What I did in the beginning is that I try to stick to something I at least have prior knowledge of, so I know like the risk at least have more of a sense to it. Like I wouldn't just like let's say like I know nothing about computers, just go throw my money in a computer company. Like I wouldn't do something like that. So when I first started with engaging in any kind of like flips or any kind of investment, I stuck to stuff that I at least knew the direction that it was going in. For example, like I've stuck to like electronics, like cause I knew electronics, like they have like the most profit margin, and 9 times out of 10 there's always gonna be someone that needs some kind of like everything is needed, a charger's needed, phone, everything is needed in like the realm of electronic. Someone is gonna buy it, so I stuck to that to kind of play it safe. But it's good to take like a risk, but you don't want to take a stupid risk in terms of like, cause I try at first, like to be honest, at first I didn't really have investment money at first when I first started like trying to like multiply my money or like try to make gains on my money. So I played it safe. So if I had like 500, instead of putting 400 or 300 in there, I'll do like 150 just to have something to fall back on. Cause life still goes on. You still need something to fall back on.
All right.
Yeah, so I put in like let's say I see a flip opportunity. If I have 500, I put in 150, and if I do make a return from that 150, I won't take the profit. I'll just reinvest it back into the whatever the flip was. So grow the money and separate the money that you have and grow the money that you do invest. So I'll tell you, be calculated. Try to stick to a niche or something that you have prior knowledge of. Because 9 times out of 10, whatever you're trying to get into, you're not going in with zero information. Even if it's a little bit, it's not zero. So that's probably like not stick to something but stick to something you have prior knowledge in, and don't be scared to get your feet wet. And if you do know what you're doing,
yeah, that's
and then try to get around some people. Like if you know 20% of something, hang out with someone that know the other 80%.
Right.
Yeah. So try to get around people. Try to get around people that know what you're doing. That know what you're doing. Either know more, just as much as you, or know a lot more than you.
Yes, that's
smart.
I wanna.
I'm telling you, right?
He said that's the smartest thing you ever heard Wonder Boy say.
Very annoying dude. So it's the smartest thing I've ever heard.
Wonder Boy.
I just know he's smart, but he just played so much.
Wonder Boy have a whole different mindset when it comes to like business and taking risk and
yeah.
But Akim, you did say like the higher the risk, the more reward. Like,
Yep.
Can you give more details on that? Because like sometimes like, I mean, the risk may be high, but just like you said, like there's higher chances for like failure as well.
I mean,
how do you utilize that?
For example, I mean, like survey, like when my brother wanted to start it, he pitched me the idea, and I did have doubt, like. Africa, we don't have this much technology. Are people going to use the websites and stuff like that? And I don't think a lot of African companies care about the customers so much that they'll care about what the customer, so they won't care about the review that much. Mm-hmm. So I did tell him, like, bro, I don't know if this is going to work. And now that I'm not even going to lie, I'm still having doubts in the company, like if it's going to work. But I think lately, especially in Nigeria, I can speak of Nigeria, when it comes to technology, I think we are growing a little bit. So that's, I think, is a big risk. But if it does work, like the reward's gonna come, and the reward is, if it goes big, then we can spread around and go to like other African countries, or even come here, or even go to Europe. Like, I always tell my brother, this is a big risk, especially that it's putting a lot of money into it. And I tell him, like, dude, you can put that money into stock or something else that will be useful. I mean, I'm not that you can guarantee if you put money into stock and Bitcoin. But at least with that, there's a little bit more hope than that business stuff, and especially the fact that you're not in Nigeria to run it himself and stuff like that. You have to trust people, and that even make the risk higher and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, but for now, I generally think that's a big risk, but I do have doubts about it. But I also think it's gonna pay off.
But to be honest, to be clear, I know I did say that maybe timing and all that maybe kind of be against, but I feel like it's a great idea, to be honest. But the only thing I would say is like try to like not just limit yourself to like just African market. I mean, that could be like your main focus, right? But at the same time, like have that same stuff like available to like
other people as well.
other people as well.
Yeah, truthfully, I think it's actually a great idea to have it in Africa because if you're the first at something, your chances of being the best at it is actually pretty good. So whatever company that you're trying to start, if you're the first, you can afford to make mistakes because you don't have as much competition. So let's say he's starting a service company. If his service is not the best, he's the only option. So they're gonna have to forcefully have to work around them and do whatever. Just make sure you're the best that you can be, being that you have not as much competition. Because if you want to, like, it'll be a whole different ball game if you were starting in a market that's already occupied. You'll get watched right out the window if your stuff is shaky, being that you're a new company. But starting in an area where there's not much of what you're doing, and that's with any kind of business. Like if you're starting a restaurant in a place that don't have many restaurants, like you're gonna prevail, being that you're the only option. This is not to promote.
At the same time, I also feel as though like it'll be to his benefit to also like have articulates in other places too. Yeah, because you just never know, like you just never know who could see what you're trying to portray.
But when it comes to
the reason why I said that, right, is it's not like I'm saying like if he truly believes in this idea, like it don't matter the market that you're in. Just like you said, right? You did say something about like if you have 20% or something, try to like get with someone that know the 80. That person got 80% knowledge more than you, but that don't like that don't discourage you from you to like go start somewhere else. So like if he can like still like Africa is like a great idea. It's a great. That's why it's like his main focus can be there. But at the same time, don't just cut like everyone else out. And the fact that when you cut like other places out, and it just limit yourself. Unless like if you know like if you already have like your own foundation, you know that yes, this is my territory. Like people there like going,
so my only thing is it can go both ways, right? What Akeem said, because you can see here when you see most of the time all these corner stores, they always like the owners only go put it like in a place where there's no other corner store, right? They make money off of it. And gas station as well, you make a lot of money. But in order for you to make money in a crowded competition, you have to lower your prices. But you cannot just lower your prices. You have to think about how much investment you've put in it. Because if you put in a lot of money and then you lower your prices, it's gonna affect you. Because you might say, all right, I'm gonna lower my price until I've reached certain percentage of customers. Then you can raise it up. But if you're still not reaching those customers, that is pointless for you to lower your price in the competition. And that's the only way you can do it in a bigger market. Because when you look at Huawei, right, that I think is Chinese company, right? When they started, right now their phones are cheap, but people buy them. Even the Pixel, their phones are cheap, people buy them. That's how they started. Like they're starting to lower their their prices, and then they create like a good quality. It's not as good as iPhone or Galaxy. It's still not as strong. It don't have all that stuff.
But you can compare.
It can. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. Like you have to think about the amount of money you've invested in it, and then if you decide to lower the prices, and then how, like, what the quality of product you're delivering. Because if you're delivering good quality product and you spend money on it, then you reduce. You have to make profits. You have to think about all of that.
One more thing, right? I think people don't mind paying for like a lot of money if they get like the value that they looking for.
Yeah.
So if you get that, because I feel like a lot of reason why like a lot of business crashes is because like their main focus is money first before value.
All right.
Well, if you put value before money, you can easily like get up there. Because take a look at what's this thing called? Tesla, based on like one of his interviews, right? When he started Tesla, he said that first of all, you figure out like a problem they wanted to solve, which is like pretty much
climate change,
like the pollution that vehicles like contribute, like the amount of
carbon dioxide
contribute to pollution, right? So he wanted to make electric car, even though like at the time when he started, like nobody was even thinking about electric cars. but he just have this vision, right? And he got like he was competing with like General Motors, like all the big boys, and it was like got like into like so many like obstacles and stuff. Like even got to the point where like he had to like invest like literally all this money that he made off let's just think of PayPal.
Yeah.
And even like the people in this company, Tesla, that were investing, they were at the point where like all of them like just wanted to like give up, and it was during the recession as well. But he believed so much in his value that he got. He was like, I'm gonna put all my money into it, and if I fail, then at least I know that I do my best.
But you know, the difference also is, even though like Tesla is the first, how do you call it, the first electric car, even though the General Motors probably have thought about the idea of building like a all electric, but Tesla is actually a company, so he was pretty much, you can say, the first. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes him different. You know, the Tesla, it just kind of it's a different route.
I don't
think about cars.
I don't think it was the
It
first.
wasn't the
Well,
Tesla.
I just think
It
he
was the
took
first.
it to the next level.
That's what it's
No,
like I feel like
it wasn't
he
even
saw their
the initial,
mistakes.
Like, the initial creator of Tesla. I think he actually bought it from somebody or like the partner.
no, what it's the
He
vision
end up,
pretty
like-
much, like a vision of him putting a big screen on there, like just adding more features, the self-driving, like all of those stuff. Like those are just unique things that you do that will make you just different out of all the other companies in the market.
True.
Because you have to have like a good
That's true.
value.
Yeah, honestly, his cars, they kind of like this set aside, because there's been electric cars around like
Yeah.
but there's been electric cars around, but I don't think there's been a company that focused on electric cars like Tesla. Yes, because like Toyota had the Prius, Nissan had some electric. I think I know in South Korea they pumping
had-
out electric cars,
yeah,
right?
they had them.
But I think he really it did a good job with branding and like being able to focus on like just electric cars. His designings are
interior, all that
crazy.
stuff.
His new features, everything is crazy. Like the way he was able to set up so many electric charging stations around the nation, like it's great.
So that's why
The business model is great. It's a great business model that he was able to execute.
Yeah, that's where it comes back to like value, right? Because Tesla, if you go to like if you have a Tesla, go to like any Tesla like charging station, it's free for you to like charge your car.
no, what I don't think it's free all the time. I think it's
Probably
either it's
cheaper.
part of your payments that is free.
It's so pretty much like if you have like other cars, right? If you go to like electric car station, you have to like physically like take money, pay for charging. If you go to like a Tesla location,
Oh, the
you
Tesla.
can just like plug it in and charge your car.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's another reason why like he blew up as well, because like he added that extra value. And it was at the time too when like car batteries were like so expensive, and if you want to have like electric cars, they were like stupidly crazy, like the price, right?
Mhm.
But
he makes them
he
affordable
brought it
as
to like pretty much like make it like so affordable for like the average, not the average.
No,
but,
well, at least if you make 80 or 100K, You probably a year.
$30,000.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can
that's
get a
fair.
Tesla for like 30 grand. And you see,
but it's just when it comes to business, all that stuff, whatever you do is just kind of just be unique, like be different. Try to see what you can do to your company that's just like different from most other companies. It might be either you try to lower your price or just the product that you deliver, just add a couple features or whatever you do. You know, if you advise a financial advisor, like you have to be unique in a certain way. Whereas like if you talk to a firm or whatever it is, right? When they after the meeting, they'll be like, wow, that person actually like he just got something in him. We just, because like you have to be different. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to kind of compete in like a crowded market, and like when you consider pretty much Europe, America, all that stuff.
yeah.
But one last question though for Shay. I know you want to do music as well, right?
Yeah.
But what pretty much like what kind of risk have you taken when it comes to you wanting to invest in your music stuff?
Well, throughout like my whole journey, like as I started like uploading music and making connections, I mean I knew about the whole idea of like playlisting and branding and marketing,
Mhm.
but at the point I was at when I started making music, I never really focused on that, and it really like hit me like around the end of last year to this year how important it is, because I just started making connections with a lot of like A&Rs and a lot of people behind music promotion,
Right.
and it's like my Spotify has like jumped massively. Well, not massively, but like my streams have like doubled. You feel me? Because I just started getting in contact with people who can like push me up in the scene. You feel me?
Right.
So the whole thing about it's like, and about realizing that like, because every time I drop, I was just mainly focusing on hitting up the people that I'm close to, to check out my stuff. But like I realized there's like a bigger world out there. You feel me? Like, and the thing is like you never know who's listening. You feel me? That's why like this year I paid a couple some people who like know about playlisting. I paid them like to just air my music out, and like I'm in the thousands now, and
That's good.
and it's like, and the thing about music promotion is like once you get that that traction, you feel me, it's like all the money that you get from that you have to put back into it. You feel me? And just basically just open up my mind about that.
How do you view competition though? Because like especially when it comes to like content creation, like pretty much everyone wanted to do it when it comes to like music or like sports or like arts and stuff like that. There's so many competition like in those fields, and how do you view yourself to like maybe like somebody that's more established than you, or does that like put like fear in your mind sometimes, like will you have like times where like maybe this is not for me, I should switch, or what keeps you going?
The way I look at it, especially in music, like everybody has a different vision. You understand, right? Like everybody has their own vision. Like whatever you're trying to put out, whatever you want people to realize, or whatever you want people to see, it's like, especially in the music industry, people like everybody takes like they'll look at art. Like for example, you guys have your artists that you listen to. You have your reasons why you listen to that artist. Right. You feel me? So like they'll look at it and they'll take their own thing out of it. You feel me? So like, in the realm of music, like artists can make things for a certain type of like demographic, so it's like, it's kind of like a gambling, whatever song you want to drop, whatever album you want to drop, is like you're dropping this because you know that people are going to like it for this reason. You feel me? And you're hoping to like get a loop out of it. When I say a loop, I mean like a loop of streams. Like you're hoping it expands. So I mean, like as far as content creating too, I haven't really gotten into like making music videos yet, but like that's something I'm gonna definitely like look into. And so it's basically just about like the artist. As you're an artist, you have to realize like who like what the audience, what audience likes you for what, basically. Yeah. So it's like, for example, like you have an artist like Drake and you have an artist like Adele. You feel me? Like Adele is not gonna make the kind of, well, she can do it, but at the same time, like she has her own certain fan base. You feel me? Which is like more on like the, I won't say like the R&B scene, but it's more like the pop scene. You feel me? And then you have Drake, which is like Drake is like an artist now. He's like broadband. He's like, he make anything, but his main vocal point is hip hop. So it's like he pertains to them for that reason, and Adele pertains. So it's just,
Okay. Yeah. So I think it'll be best for us to wrap this up here now, because getting too long. But to summarize it, I feel like now you want to say something. Why are you taking the mic?
No. I want to say something when we're done.
Why when we're done though?
No, because we're just
done.
talk.
All right. So pretty much, if we have to summarize this, it's I say you have to take risks. You have to be open to like taking risk, but calculated risk. That, and also just don't limit yourself to something specific. Like don't be too comfortable, because like at the same time, like everyone is pretty much doing that.
Right.
And if you just stick to that, then some people just gonna like get knocked off the way, because like, I mean, there's only one way, right? You know, it's gonna be traffic on the way. But anyway, thanks so much for. Why are you smiling, bro? What is wrong with this guy?
One time.
All right, can I talk now?
What is funny?
Gotta say, from him, me, and that foolish guy over there, Eid Mubarak to everybody. Because this is gonna be the last weekend that we're fasting. So I think Eid is on Tuesday, Wednesday. So Eid Mubarak in advance. It's one of those 2 days. So Eid Mubarak in advance. And peace out.
Not just from three of us, but from all of us. And
you got in fast.
you don't have to fast for you to
all the
like somebody
Muslims out there.
You guys sin every single day. I'm just kidding. But yeah.
All right. Well,
But yeah, thanks for this point. Catch you guys on the next one.
peace out.